Hiya, good afternoon all. It's Asma from Achievable Journey. I've thought to come on today to explain a few things about how the mind works. To be deadly honest, I was just sitting down and thinking to say that in this time that we're all going through in this lockdown and everything like that, what is happening, what might be different, and my brain just literally going 100 miles an hour. What if this? What if that? What if work stops? What if I have no more clients? What if? And then all of a sudden, I start feeling really, really frustrated, agitated, and just like a spiral's happening all over. And just literally, I just went into a worm, if that's how they call it, or dug a hole for myself. And I just went, whoa, Asma, what are you doing? It's really easy to fall back into those patterns. We all human, okay? The good thing is, if you have the right tools and know what to do and the right strategies and able to shift your mindset from one to another, really does help. If I say to you, I don't think what if, or really get worried or frustrated, or even anxious sometimes, I honestly will be lying. I do, because I'm a human. Doesn't mean I'm a therapist and I've got with all those 1 million list of qualification, which, to be nearly honest, it's a list. But the good thing is knowing what you're going through, knowing what to do, knowing how to do and how to help people, and recognizing it. Being emotionally intelligent is a high valuable tool for me to be aware when I'm feeling it, knowing what's happening, noticing what I'm doing, what my body posture is, what am I talking to myself internally, what I'm doing externally, what picture I'm seeing. Because, and I know it sounds really silly, people saying picture or voices. Yes, people might be aware of voice, but what I mean about pictures, we interpret the world through our senses, all 5 of our senses and even more. Okay, I don't know the technical names on it, but things like the movements, the balance, but also you got the visual, the taste, the smell, the feeling, the touch, the sight, the auditory, all of that. We interpret everything, whether it's fun, positive or not. We interpret everything through our senses, and then we start. So with everything's happening now, it's literally overload. And what is happening with the brain, it's like a meerkat looking ready to do things and looking for danger. If there's any danger, when what it needs to go, it's literally like, I'll say like a roller coaster, 100 miles an hour. It's going, looking for danger. It's like, you know, when you've never ever seen a car before and all of a sudden you've seen it once or twice and you start seeing it because your brain's looking for it, it's recognizing it, it's put it to your attention. So if you're going, what if, your brain's always on alert, okay, all the time, trying to protect you, and you're looking for what if, what is that? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying people doing it for attention or anything like that. It's normal. And sometimes having the what if, being a bit fearful and everything like that, it's a good thing because it keeps you alert. It keeps you to find a solution to do things. Being afraid all the time, allowing to take over you, and believe me, I know, okay, it really makes it harder, makes things harder. It makes it also causes all the illnesses and stuff. That's not the good thing. What I'm saying is that not to be no sorry. What I'm not saying is that don't be worried about COVID. Obviously, be worried. Take all the precautions. Take everything you need to take. Do everything you need to do. It's just having the right tools and technique, not to allow that fear to override you and completely shut you down, because that's when the chemical creates in the brain, and the logic brain just goes down. You're in fight and flight mode. You're in a survival instinct, and that's why sometimes when people in that mode, they do things that they're like, oh, why the hell did I just do that? What's wrong? Or people do other things and become excessive or less excessive, or always on alert, like moving like Duracell battery. Even that sometimes need recharging. So it's all of that. And to be honest, I went there because I'll be honest with you, it's been tricky 2 weeks. Loads of things. I'm not going to go into that. But then I started going through that spiral of what if? What's this happen? What am I going to do? How is this? How that? Also, again, the energy I was giving out, I was noticing people around me was down as well. or vice versa. Then I just said to myself, Asma, what on earth are you doing? I've started noticing my internal, external feelings, sounds, and everything like that, as I mentioned before. And I did the technique, which I'll explain in a minute, to really snap me out of it, made me think, made me do other things. And also the good thing is as well, if you don't notice in yourself, which some of our children and adults find it really, really hard, we have to have somebody that notices it for us and tell us. And I'll be honest, I'd rather people tell me. Because sometimes I'm really damn like I cannot get myself out of it, is accepting the help, going to somebody I trust and talk to. And it's not about judgment, not at all. It's about releasing. And the reason I'm saying that, I'm going to use this analogy or metaphor. Think about a Pepsi can. Okay, I should have bought one and show you. Or a Pepsi bottle or Coke bottle. Whatever you keep shaking it, it's like about your day. You worry, what if, what this, what that, what if, what is this? And all of a sudden, you don't do anything about it, and you keep shaking it, the can will explode, open. Or if you keep shaking, you put it down, and somebody come and open it, it's an explosion. Reading the metaphor for that. For me, it's like if I don't deal with my own emotions, my thought, anything like that, tiny things might allow me to explode to an extreme. Okay, and explode to that's something I'm like, oh my god, this is not necessary. Or becoming ill, or becoming really down, or even might lead to other. I'm not a doctor. Okay, I can't say this is causing this. With all the thing I've done and my knowledge and my experience and my therapeutic skill, including my hypnotherapy, I've become aware of all the emotions and what it can do. So by not allowing and able to deal with whatever it is, will lead to a different routes. Okay, and like whether it's depression or high anxiety or panic attack or so on, it's able to talk to somebody, put that Coke bottle, have a chat to somebody, because you can diffuse that Coke bottle, that can, in the right way. And I will do a video to go with this. I will get a Coke bottle or a can, and I will show you how to diffuse it. And it can be diffused in so many ways with self-care. And I know it's really hard. You think, oh yeah, whatever, self-care. What am I going to do? Self-care can be anything. Believe me, I'm aware. Okay? Before I never, so I haven't got time for self-care. I can't go to the cinema every time or things like that. I misinterpreted self-care. Self-care can be that getting up in the morning, you do a bit of breathing, and you just let them an extra 10 seconds. You can be taking extra 10-15 seconds in the shower, just enjoying the water on you or in the bath, just enjoying that silence, that moment, whatever works for you. Go for a walk on the nature, or sitting down in your garden or in-house, or reading a book or coloring, talking to a friend, whether it's a Zoom or a phone call or family or loved one, spending 2 minutes extra with your children if that's what it is, or a loved one, doing cooking, baking. It can be honestly anything that works for you. It can be literally 30 seconds. The more you do, it becomes the norm. Okay, and it really helps the anxiety down. The other analogy also I use is those pressure cooker. If you don't attend to the pressure cooker, what will happen? There you go. Or the kettle that you put on the stove. Yeah, I'm showing my age now. The one that whistles. You don't take it out on time, you deal with it, what will happen? It's the same way our emotional brain works. We can leave from one thing to another. That's the reason I just said I'll come, because I've been there this 2 weeks. Okay, and I was like, oh, okay. And to be honest, I did reach out. In AFT, I would do something called swaps. I reached out and spoke to friends, spoke to very close friends, and I didn't do it for attention. People want to think that, to be honest, it's up to them. I did it because I felt I really need to reach out, because what I'm feeling is not right for me, and I've got people out there that care for me. And as again therapist, if I don't do what I preach, what is the point? And I generally just said to come on, to put this on, because it's really vital, especially this time about COVID-19 that we're all going through, what we're thinking, what's going to happen. At the same time, what can we change, and how we can change our mindset. So for me, I sat thinking, instead of what if this, what if I've lost my, is how am I going to do after this, after the lockdown? What am I going to do? So how am I going to invest my money or look at things to pay instead of what? Because then when the brains look for what if, it's keep looking for like a survival mode. Keep you safe, the risk, the danger. If you change the script of how, it opens different possibility. What, will, when this is finished, how am I going to go and do this? And it gives you solution, that kind of things. And it's also is like taking the full stop from it, so it allows the brain to just really, oh, okay, elaborate and think of different solution, creates different pathways. And I go, so okay, I can't control what's happening now. I can control what I do with it. E.g., with everything that was going on, I can't control it. I can't control what's happened. Where I can control is talking to a friend, doing swaps, doing EFT, doing tapping. That really, really helps. An amazing tool to have with you, and you can do it everywhere. And I will show you techniques how to do it if you're really interested and want to. Message me below here. If you don't want to message me below here, private message me. I'm happy to show you some techniques. I also did breathing techniques. I meditate. Yep, I did. And honestly, I did some self-care. I did Sudoku, puzzles. Something I need to keep my mind focused. And when I meant focus, not focus to say I'm not dealing with what I'm feeling. I acknowledge what I'm feeling. I allowed to feel it. Spoke to a friend and then start changing it. So I know I can't deal with what's happened. And where I can is to just acknowledge it, feel it, accept it, and do the technique to help me overcome the emotion and take control back of it. Yes, there's still some worries, there's still some concerns, I'm not gonna lie, there is. I'm human, but I can't control stuff I'm worried about. I can control what I do with it. So for example, is financially, if I'm concerned, it's just an example. Okay, so at the moment that I can't do anything about work, not work, or whatever it is, or having clients, what I can do is that I can look after this, how I can do it. So for example, decided, this is me, I put £1 a day in my money box. Yeah, virtual pound. I'm making it so eventually whoever's in my can do that. Some people can't do that, but that's what I just do, so I can start thinking of things like that. Or the stuff I'm concerned about, look what solution, what possibility, we'll see what I can change, what I can do with it. Look for every possibility instead of what if I become broke, what if that. And again, it's okay, if I do, I will reach out to friends, family to support me. I've got that connection. I'm not saying everyone has, so please don't take this as my experience, my way of thought. I don't want people to take this the wrong way, okay, because everyone's different. It's just working on your brain. Also, again, I write things down. I had a positive jar of what positivity. I also start looking at what I will do after the lockdown. Few stuff, meet few people, and also is reflecting of what I need to change. And to be honest, it's been really good because it's allowed me to reflect how I can expand my business, what I want to do in the future, how I want to do it. And you really to reflect that. It's made me build more connection with my family. So, I'm looking at the positive side. And again, that's me. That's my experience. And I just thought to come on to share those tips, those experiences in case it helps. But also what really helped me is the breathing, acknowledging what I'm feeling, knowing what I'm feeling, really feeling, and then able to deal with it. And again, let people, my family, point out what I'm feeling. And I'm quite honest, I'm really not feeling 100% today. I'm feeling really down or frustrated or angry. It's acknowledging it, it's voicing it, and go to people or friends you trust or anyone and talk about it. While before it was I'm burdening somebody with my issue and they got loads of issue. Nah, it's connecting, talking. Did my breathing. I do a lot of journaling sometimes. Okay, just write about it, write my worry down. I do a lot of mindfulness, which I can help. And again, I start doing self-care, start looking after myself, because I just realized with all that, I just literally went into a hole of non-stop of doing things, thinking things, and just doing some self-care just allowed me to go recharge myself again, able to do things. as I said, if you Duracell or Energizer's battery need recharging, yeah, it's like fueling your car, fueling yourself. Just thought I'll come on and say that. Well, have an amazing day, all the best, and if anything, even a chat or anything at all, please feel free to message me underneath here or private message me, and I will support you. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.